when we make choices that like particularly affect other people, we want to be as certain as we possibly can about all of the perspectives necessary to create the most beautiful choice possible. Yeah.
I had a client, literally, we were working together, I mean, for months every other week, and then she started dealing with a court case, okay? And literally, she started messaging me and booking separate sessions because she wanted to sit and ask the angels and ask her higher self what decisions to make regarding like the legal actions that she was taking. And I literally, I was so just like, I don't know if I feel comfortable. I'm not providing any sort of legal advice. And see, and she was just like, no, Kayla, like I'm not asking you. I'm asking Holy Spirit. Like I'm asking my angels. Like I'd like to talk to that. And it was so fascinating because I mean, again, instantly just how we were talking here, she would just mention the name of a firm and they would either say yes or like they would point over like this, which is like
Yeah.
focusing on your masculine, so making the choice that like feels right to you. And so it was fascinating though. Like I totally agree. The way we
There's
the
so
lack of
many things,
belief,
Kayla.
huh?
There's so many things.
There's so many things.
Like
It
picking
all
out.
starts with belief though. You know what I mean? If you don't
Mm,
believe that there's something higher intelligent that can actually answer things for you, that's one of the things I was going to say about if your dowsing rods won't work. It's because your higher self is not engaging with you. Like, and I mean in a communicative type of way. And I've had sessions with people where they come to me because their dowsing rods don't work. And we get in there and it's either in their crown or in their root typically, which is funny. They're either cut off from the top or the bottom. Um, but it's a lack of believing and trusting their body. And so their body's just like, nope, I'm not in charge. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. And that's the same thing if I go to read someone and they're even slightly uncomfortable, when I ask, "So can I see your water?" they'll say no. And I only ever ask twice. I tell people that like I'll ask again, "Can I see in there?" And then sometimes they'll like do this and they'll get like nervous and then really like, "Okay." And I can feel it's like the higher self being like, they're not quite ready. They're not ready for like what I have to tell that they won't let you in there.
do you think it would be okay to let you access my water to read so that we can give people a small demo? Would you be
I
open
mean,
to that?
I'm definitely open to that. It's your water, my dear.
Yeah, I don't mind. I'm in a weird mood, so I don't expect to get like flying colors, but I do think that a nugget of wisdom would be helpful for me, and you are a treasure trove of magical wisdom. I really see you as like an infinite antenna.
I love
Um
I
yeah, and
love
I'm
you.
making a lot of risks right now. So like I would love the dowsing rods to give me an A plus because I do feel like I've been focused on my presence, but my
Mhm.
voltage feels like like, like I've been
Yeah.
pedaling a little bit. So
Mhm.
anyway, if they have some
No, I
some
was gonna say that you want them to read you because you're already sending the intention because they've been I like wasn't gonna say that, but they normally don't just read someone else's energy if they're
they
not
know me.
consensually like sending like, "Hey, could you read me?"
We know each other. Me and
Yeah,
those
we know
rods.
each other. We know each other. I know. It's funny because right when you started to say that, you know, that like you're going through a lot of things and not knowing how to deal with it all. See how my left, the feminine came all the way over and it's just like, yeah, I'm not receiving this. I am not receiving all of this. And so even that, see how now we're moving? So now we're hearing that we're being validated. Okay. So that's oftentimes a big key is presence and awareness, right? We want to use both. Oftentimes when we're really working on our presence, we become way too fixated on all these things, and then we lack the awareness of like how to sit with all of the things we are present of. Okay. So that's kind of like the first thing that I can feel right off is like we're almost overwhelmingly present, that our awareness itself is overwhelmed. Overwhelmed. So I want you to just take that, because that's what it feels. Your median, as I said before, that's how that feels. So I'll give you essentially the same little disclosure I do everybody, because you never know. If I find an owie, I didn't know it was there, and I'm sorry. And if I find something dark and icky, I have to get rid of it. So those are the two rules. So I'm just going to clarify. Brooke, can I see your waters? Yes. Okay. So the way that I do this is I start in the crown. That's where I see the light entering. So let's see your crown. Leaning towards the masculine. So a little bit of kind of what I said for myself. Not everyone's going to understand you. Okay. But that doesn't mean they won't get your message. Okay. And I want you to hear that and feel that, because there's a thermodynamic power of intention behind what you're doing that is even more important than the words or the, content strategy or whatever type of layout or whatever understanding it is that we're working on the masculine.
The word momentum comes up for me. It's like keeping momentum, but in a very long race.
So the key to keeping that momentum is knowing that the energy is not going to stop if you stop. That's kind of the funny thing. The energy will get to them. I tell people that all the time. You can you can yell something at somebody and you're not around them, and their higher self is going to receive that energy because it's light energy. And it doesn't just disappear. It might not hit their ears and their person might not absorb it, but their field is going to be interacted with. And so that's essentially, you can tell already that is making sense, that the message you're sending is going to land, whether or not they think it does or you see it doing it. The energy that you're putting into it has to settle somewhere. So don't feel like that mental energy is having to be dictated so much in that masculine output way, because you're meant to be received. The way you understand things is so beautiful, and not everybody's going to understand it, but the people that do absolutely love you for it and wouldn't change how you understand it for anything. So don't try to change the way you're being understood to fit how other people understand. When we have sight and we can see a little bit more than other people, we instantly want to understand it or do something about it. And I point to these because these are the chakras that are in charge of that. We either want to understand it, or we want to do something about it, or we feel some sort of way about it, or we want to say something about it.
Or we don't look at it and we close our eyes to it if it's not meant for us to change.
Exactly. But what you just said, if it's not meant for us to change, that's the key. That's why you would close your eyes. That's what you're doing. That's exactly what your masculine is doing, is you're closing your eyes to the things that you see that you don't have the ability to change or understand.